Morning everybody, welcome back to another episode of Me in My Shed. Today we are blasting and coating this stainless steel 4-branch exhaust manifold. We're using Cerakote Glacier Black. So it's already been blasted, ready to go. It just gets boring showing you blasting videos all the time. So I'll give it a quick brush over of how this works. So everything has to be blasted with either, in the shop blasting cabinet, with either garnet sand or aluminium oxide. Aluminium oxide we find is better because it lasts longer. Garnet sand tends to turn to powder quite quickly. It's very dusty, so it's a bit annoying. You have to keep changing the media. And then we're going to coat it with Cerakote Glacier Black. Obviously it's a high temperature coating. Out of all of the Cerakote range, the Glacier C series, which is an air cure product, is probably the best one to use on exhausts. You could use the V series. Again, it's got a good high temperature rating and a very good thermal stability. But I've been told for the last 4 years that the best stuff to use in the Cerakote range is the Glacier series. There's only 6 colours: black, silver, gold, green, titanium and grey. I've coated with all of those colours and they're all pretty good. I haven't done anything with the V series. The only difference between the V series and the C series is V series is a Bacon product. So with the Air Cure Glacier range, you coat it and then you have to leave it to air cure for 5 days. You can handle it after 24 hours. It's dry enough to be able to handle, but you're not supposed to use it on a motorbike or a car or whatever it's going on for a minimum of 5 days, because it just allows it to cure properly. And then once it's on and you've gone past your 5-day period, what you're supposed to do is fire it up, let it tick over for 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, have a heat cycle, switch it off, let it cool down, and then that's it. It's the final cure. We've used this on loads of different exhaust applications: drag cars, historic F1 cars, motorbikes, you name it, it's gone on there. And it's 99.9% of the time it's worked and we haven't had any issues. As with all of my videos, I'll be brutally honest, it doesn't work very well with cast. I haven't tried V series on cast, but the C series Glacier stuff, after a while the rust starts to come through. Cast iron is probably the most corrosive metal anyway, and we've done cast turbo manifolds and cast exhaust manifolds, and after a while the rust comes back through. It's not so bad on new fresh cast, but when you've got something that's been on a car for 20-30 years and it's already really badly corroded, and then you blast it, it's virtually impossible to get rid of all of those little pockets of rust. They form inside air bubbles and it comes back through. There's no way of sugarcoating it. It comes back through. It's all right for a period of time, but it just doesn't last very long. Later on up the road, we're going to make another video about other Cerakote coatings and how it fares up with the temperatures. So we'll do a Glacier C series coating on a piece of stainless tube. We'll do a H series coating on a piece of stainless tube. And a few of the other different coatings as well, because I quite often see on social media people that have decided to do their own exhausts or whatever and coat them themselves. You can buy this stuff. Anybody can go onto the Cerakote website and buy it. It's not the world's best secret. So we're going to do a video because some of the H series and some of the other C series products don't fare up very well to the high temperatures. This stuff's good for almost 1,000 degrees or 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. And we didn't believe it when we first started using this stuff 4 years ago. I thought it was a load of old rubbish. So we actually did some product testing and we coated a piece of stainless steel tube after blasting it with Glacier Black. And then after the 5-day period, I put it in an oven and gave it a heat cycle. And then got the blowtorch on it, and we had it glowing. And the only thing that I could say occurred afterwards was the blackness slightly went away from it, so it sort of faded a little bit. I'm told that the V series doesn't do that, but we haven't tried it. But I also know from my own experience that other C series products, so the non-Glacier version and some of the H series products, do not work with that kind of temperature. I've tried it and it doesn't work. You know, that it starts to flake off and it'll crack and it will lose its color quite quickly. So, you know, there are lots of YouTube videos out there of people that have done it themselves, showing that they've used, I don't know, burnt bronze or something like that. It doesn't fare up very well to the temperatures. Like I say, we've used this on all sorts of different applications. We've got a chap, Paul, that used it on his drag car and he was super chuffed with it. You know, I've seen it and it hasn't discoloured, it hasn't fallen off. And I've also done a Tyrrell 007 F1 car for the guys at Rothko, and that was probably 2 years ago, and that's done a handful of race events since then, and I saw it in December in Dubai and it still looks pretty box fresh. So we know that works. So yeah, we're going to get on and get this coated, and then I'll show you what it's like once it's been coated, and then hopefully once Luke's fitted it to his car, we'll pop round and see him and get some videos of it. It's a pretty cool car as well, Mark II Escort with a Z-Tech conversion. So yeah, hopefully once he's driven it a few times, we're going to pop round and do another video in his workshop after it's had several heat cycles and a good thrashing. So yeah, see you soon. Cheers, bye.